Deep within the humid embrace of the tropics, our journey begins in these state-of-the-art biospheres.
Here, the giants of the reptile world are cultivated. We monitor every stage of life, ensuring the skins develop without blemish or scar. From the moment they hatch, the clock starts ticking. Before we continue this process, subscribe to the channel to see more industrial secrets revealed. Once they reach maturity, the harvest begins. The raw materials are carefully secured for the long journey from the farm to the factory. Transportation is swift to preserve quality. We arrive at the reptile leather division, a fortress of industry where nature meets machine. Inside, the old ways are replaced by automation. Advanced robotics scan the raw hides, mapping out the most valuable sections of the leather.
Precision lasers separate the skin. The raw hides are then crated and moved to cold storage, awaiting their turn in the tanning vats.
Human hands take over. Our sorting team inspects every shipment, separating the hides based on size, grain pattern, and potential defects. Before tanning, the dry skins are examined. We look for the symmetry of the diamond patterns, which will dictate the final price of the furniture. The rehydration phase. The skins are submerged in chemical baths to soften the scales and prepare the collagen fibers for tanning.
Automation returns. Conveyors carry the skins through a gauntlet of tanning agents, locking the structure of the leather to prevent decay.
A final chemical fixative is sprayed on. This ensures the scales remain flexible and don't crack during the drying and stretching process. Into the drying hall. The skins are hung vertically. Gravity helps to naturally stretch the leather as the moisture evaporates into the air. Once dry, the transformation is visible. The skin is now leather, durable, flexible, and ready for the aesthetic treatments that define luxury.
Our inventory is vast. We stockpile thousands of meters of exotic leather, categorized by color batch.
Logistics keeps the factory fed. Forklifts move the cured inventory from the tannery to the finishing department for the artistic phase.
Quality control is obsessive. We use magnification to ensure the connection between the scales is solid. One crack rejects the entire hide.
The color lab. Technicians select the hides that will receive specific dyes, matching them against our seasonal luxury color palettes.
Technology meets nature. Computer-controlled cutters scan the organic shapes, calculating the most efficient way to slice the material.
We enhance nature's design. Lasers etch micro details into the surface, increasing the tactile grip and visual depth of the scales. For our premium line, we don't just dye, we gild. Molten metallic polymers are poured over the leather to create an armored, gold-plated look. Robotic airbrushes apply the final gradients. This green shading isn't nature's work. It's a digital design applied with surgical precision. Precision is paramount. In the finishing lab, every square inch is checked against our color standards. Deviation is not an option.
For our bespoke collection, we infuse the leather with liquid metal. This gold resin bonds with the scales, creating a surface that is both organic and armored.
The master inspector gives the final approval. The gradient must flow naturally, a seamless transition from emerald to white, mimicking the jungle canopy.
Before cutting, the leather rests in the humidifying chamber. This relaxes the fibers, ensuring the skin remains supple when stretched over furniture frames.
Machines can only do so much. We apply the final glazing oils by hand, massaging the leather to bring out the deep, natural luster of the pattern.
The buffing line. Soft bristle rotors spin at high speed, removing any excess pigment and polishing the scales until they gleam like gemstones.
For the exotic line, we achieve iridescence. The light catches the microfacets of the scales, shifting color with the viewer's perspective.
The floor is a sea of color. Thousands of finished hides are rolled and staged, ready to be transformed.
We enter the cutting phase. High-powered lasers slice through the tough leather with surgical accuracy, minimizing waste and sealing the edges.
Every edge is refined. We bevel and burnish the cut lines, ensuring the material feels smooth to the touch, with no rough transitions.
The marquetry begins. Artisans arrange the cut pieces into complex mosaics, using the natural direction of the scales to create visual movement.
In the atelier, the leather meets the frame. Upholsterers stretch the skin tight, aligning the spine of the snake with the center of the chair. It is tailored like a fine suit. We mark the stitch lines by hand, calculating the tension required.
The stitching is difficult. The needle must pierce the calcified scales without shattering them. It requires a steady hand and a heavy-duty thread. Production scales up. Decorative brass tacks are hammered in one by one, securing the skin and adding a classic finish to the wild material.
The final polish. We remove the dust of the workshop,
The leather is treated with a final conditioner to protect it from the environment.
The large pieces move out. These sofas are heavy, wrapped in meters of python skin, destined for the living rooms of the elite.
We verify the tactile experience. The scales must be smooth, never sharp. It is furniture that demands to be touched.
Protected for transit. We wrap each piece in breathable layers to prevent moisture buildup during its journey to the showroom.
Crated and logged, the inventory leaves the factory floor, heading to ports and luxury retailers around the globe.
The destination, the gallery. Here, the industrial process fades away, leaving...
From the jungle to the parlor, this is the culmination of nature's design and human craftsmanship.
This is the snake leather division, where the wild is tamed and comfort is crafted from the cold-blooded.